Welcome back. I did finish uploading and charging my camcorder. It's 11:30, and I find that the next one. I just try to follow this, but now this read list, all this they continue like all the way out here. So that's many more all the way out here. So we have to start reading all kind of random just to read and close down. Let's close my door. So I did not have heating on last night. I could try because when the sun is shining it's getting very hot in my apartment. And the heating is not getting out in the night. But I pay my bills, my rent apartment. It's only number 6. I get some YouTube money, the 25 in many days. Danish pension 13, and 1st May I have to pay, so we can reading this whole long month. Or just write a new text to this USA video. I need to copy paste this text the next few weeks because I don't have the energy. Because I'm getting old, I don't have the energy to sit typing something long every second day in English. Because I have to read about all kind of weird stuff. And I don't know what I should write about it in my video, so I just copy paste as standard text. So I just follow but this is an old CD. Read this. Then try, I don't know where this is now, I find it is somewhere here. I will find this. Boroughs, New York City, Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, Staten Island, Long Island. Then I have to stop, every time I'm reading I have to stop open 10 more. Because then I will end up have 1,000, you cannot open 1,000 web pages. So I think we just have to read it and save it. I don't know how to do this because I never did. I've done this before, but not like this. So if I had the Microsoft Flight Simulator, the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 or 2020, I could fly around New York City and have a look from the air, and even in the new one you can walk around on the ground. You can take a walk in like Central Park in the new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024.
City of Greater New York. This article is about the consolidation of New York City in 1898. For the greater metropolitan area that includes New York City today, see New York metropolitan area. The City of Greater New York was the consolidation of the City of New York with Brooklyn, Western Queens County, and Staten Island, which took effect on the 1st of January, 1898. New York had already annexed the Bronx, west of the Bronx River in 1874, east of the Bronx River in 1895, so the consolidated city sprawled across 5 counties, which became the 5 boroughs of modern New York. Eastern Queens County was excluded and later became Nassau County. Background, edit. New York City had been founded in the 1620s by the Dutch as New Amsterdam at the southern tip of the island of Manhattan. The English conquered the territory and established the original 12 counties of the province of New York in 1683. One of these was the city and county of New York. A 1691 law defined New York City to be the entirety of Manhattan, while Manning's Island, now Roosevelt Island, the Barn Islands, now Randall's and Ward's Islands, and the Oyster Islands, now Liberty Island, Ellis Island and Black Tom, were New York County. Towns had been established in the rest of the province by 1691, and were reincorporated after the American Revolution in 1788. Brooklyn had been chartered by the Dutch in 1646. The town of Brooklyn was one of the towns incorporated by 1691 and re-established in 1788. It was located within Kings County, another county established by the English in 1683. It was incorporated as a village in 1814 and as a city in 1834. Originally comprising what is now downtown Brooklyn, it annexed its surroundings through the 19th century and grew to encompass all of Kings County in 1895. By the 1890 United States Census, it had become the largest city in the United States. Since the late 1820s, there had been some discussion of a unified city. In 1857, the New York State Legislature resolved that the region surrounding New York City should become one body, to improve harbor facilities and link the systems of trade. They attempted to do so by government vote, but distrust of large projects killed the plans. Consolidation, edit. The consolidation movement was the work of local, city, and state politicians, most prominently Andrew Haswell Green, the president of the Greater New York Commission and the father of Greater New York. Green was a member of the Board of Commissioners of Central Park, which provided him a platform to push his views. The next challenge to the independence of the boroughs was a self-promoted and government-appointed commission. The commission led the vote for Greater New York movement. Some opponents derided the effort as Andy Green's hobby, but eventually they were proven wrong. The center of the plan was the consolidation of the twin cities of New York and Brooklyn, whose fire departments had been merged into a metropolitan fire district in 1865. The addition of Long Island City and various rural areas anticipated future development of those areas. With Republicans historically more powerful in Brooklyn and Democrats elsewhere, partisan politics played a role. Each major political party hoped to dominate the consolidated city. Selfish objections to a good match, Puck, 1893. The plan required a referendum in all affected areas, though the organizers of the referendum clearly had a bias towards the consolidation. They even released a full-page advertisement in the New York Times before the vote took place, urging them to vote for consolidation. An argument for consolidation was that the unconsolidated city would soon be surpassed by Chicago as the most populous city in the United States. Opposition, concentrated in Brooklyn and other outlying districts, focused on loss of local control and fears of ethnic and racial minorities. Independence-minded Brooklynites did not want their regional identity to be overtaken by New York. Some newspapers such as the Brooklyn Daily Eagle argued that consolidation would destroy the mostly homogeneous, Protestant character of the city. Opposing newspapers were accused of seeking to retain the revenues of official advertising, while opposing politicians were accused of graft. Concerns over how Brooklyn's water supply would be maintained and how future financial backing would be possible were legitimate. Considerations of finance and water supply prevailed, and the people of Brooklyn voted by a narrow margin to consolidate. The term City of Greater New York was never a legal or official designation. Both the original charter of 1898 and the newer one of 1938 used the name of City of New York. It is used today only to refer to the time period when the consolidation took place. Each consolidated county remained a county in relation to the state, but also became a borough within the city. The Bronx reunited to form a fifth borough that shared New York County with Manhattan. A separate Bronx County was established in 1914, making the present New York County coextensive with the borough, but not the island, of Manhattan. Consolidation Referendum Results, edit. On the 14th of December, 1894, the State Board of Canvassers released the official tally of the referendums, along with other races. The options listed on the ballot were for consolidation and against consolidation. The New York Times reported the results. New York County results. Choice votes percent. Yes 96,938 61.78. No 59,959 38.22. Valid votes 156,897 94.23. Invalid or blank votes 9,608 5.77. Total votes 166,505 100.00. Kings County results. Choice votes percent. Yes 64,744 50.11. No 64,467 49.89. Valid votes 129,211 99.80. Invalid or blank votes 255 0.20. Total votes 129,466 100.00. Queens County results. Choice votes percent. Yes 7,712 61.93. No 4,741 38.07. Valid votes 12,453 100. Invalid or blank votes 00. Total votes 12,453 100.00. Richmond County results. Choice votes percent. Yes 5,531 78.61. No 1,505 21.39. Valid votes 7,036 99.99. Invalid or blank votes 50.01. Total votes 7,041 100.00. City of Mount Vernon results. Choice votes percent. No 1,603 64.74. Yes 873 35.26. Valid votes 2,476 100. Invalid or blank votes 00. Total votes 2,476 100.00. Town of East Chester results. Choice votes percent. Yes 374 58.99. No 260 41.01. Valid votes 634 100. Invalid or blank votes 00. Total votes 634 100.00. Town of Westchester results. Choice votes percent. No 621 50.04. Yes 620 49.96. Valid votes 1,241 100. Invalid or blank votes 00. Total votes 1,241 100.00. Town of Pelham results. Choice votes percent. Yes 251.62.13. No 153.37.87. Valid votes 404 100. Invalid or blank votes 00. Total votes 404 100.00. Subsequent history, edit. Since the enlarged city contained the majority of the state of New York's population, and the enlargement increased the city's already enormous power within the state legislature established certain oversight powers within the city. For example, some issues of taxation and changes in governmental procedures require state approval or granting of specific home rule powers. Conversely, the state constitution was amended to provide that no city could elect the majority of the state assembly, a provision later struck down by the U.S. Supreme Court in 1964 as violating the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution. The New York City Board of Estimate, created in the Consolidation Charter with equal votes for each borough, was struck down on similar grounds in 1989. Attempted Staten Island secession, edit. Staten Island is geographically the most distant of the 5 boroughs, linked to the other 4 only by a single bridge, the Staten Island Ferry, and one NYC ferry route. It is also not connected to the New York City subway. In 1993, it held a non-binding referendum on the issue of seceding from New York City to become an independent city and county. Many Staten Island politicians, including Senator John J. Marchi and Assemblyman Eric N. Vitaliano, supported the movement. Vote Yes, Inc. was formed as an nonpartisan, grassroots organization in January 1990. Its initial purpose was to secure a yes vote for the November 1990 referendum on Staten Island secession. Ultimately, 65% of Staten Island residents voted to secede, through the approval of a new city charter making Staten Island an independent city, but implementation was blocked in the state assembly. The Staten Island secession movement was diffused by the election of Rudy Giuliani as New York City mayor, who fulfilled 2 of the borough's biggest demands, making the Staten Island Ferry free in 1997 and closing the Fresh Kills landfill in 2001. The topic of Staten Island's secession continues to be debated into the 2020s, and Borough President Vito Fossila announced in 2024 that his office would conduct a study to determine whether it was feasible for Staten Island to secede from the rest of the city. A study by the New York City Independent Budget Office the same year found that, if Staten Island were to secede, it would incur annual deficits of $171,199 million. See also, edit. 1 List of former municipalities in New York City. 2 boroughs of New York City. 3 History of New York City, 1855-97. 4 History of New York City, 1898-1945. References.
Good. Now it's 12 noon. Now I think I watched the Danish. We have the Danish news, 12 noon, everything. I like to watch that, so I have to find, I don't need to sort of read it boroughs, I need to find this maybe, or just reading something else. But I need a break. I will stop, upload this, not stop, but start. I will open my door to the balcony again. But I could read some history. The New Amsterdam, the Fort Amsterdam or something else. I don't need to follow this list, but for now I just need a break. I need to think what to read. I need to find what to read the next one. And I will watch the news and charging my camcorder.